Hello and welcome to Canada. This is round 7 of Season 2 of F1 2013 Career Mode here for the Canadian Grand Prix. In the last race in Monaco, we really did have a good return to form, getting a nice 3rd place. So today in this race, we'll be looking to continue that run of podiums into the future races, and that starts today with a good strategy. So today's strategy will be a 2-stopper, switching onto the primes twice after starting on the super soft tyres. So tyre wear isn't too much of a factor around this track. You really only have to look up after your rear tyres because you can heat them up if you do too much wheel spin to them. So that's something we'll need to watch out for in this race. In terms of the setup, I'm running with the stock standard setup as I have been throughout the whole of this season. So here we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. 7th round of the championship. As I said, we need to claw back some good points on Vettel, so wish us luck as we head out onto the grid. Alright, so here we are on the grid of the Canadian Grand Prix here in Montreal, starting from 3rd place with Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel right in front of us. What can we do in this race? It's 5 lights and away we go. And we finally got off to a nice start. For the first time in this championship, we might actually gain a spot off the start. We've got a car on our inside. We've given Vettel a little bit of a touch there, but it doesn't affect him too much, and he'll regain the lead of this race. We're trying to go around the outside of our teammate here, Nico Rosberg, and there we go. We're up into 2nd place. So finally, we've got off to a nice start, gaining 1 position off the start, so it's good to see that we're actually moving forward at the start of races. So now we can start to focus on Sebastian Vettel, the race leader and championship leader. What can we do in response to Vettel in this championship? We haven't got off to a nice start by losing the back end there, but now a couple corners later on lap 1, we've got nice slipstream on Vettel, and we're trying to go around the outside, but he sort of squeezed us there, so we have to settle in behind him. But now Vettel is pulling into the pit lane. I have no idea why he's doing that. He must have some kind of problem or penalty. Could it be perhaps that he's jumped the start of this race and maybe he got a drive-through for that? I have no idea. Maybe you guys can let me know as to whether AI cars get penalties for jump start. So let me know in the comments, and it'll be interesting to see what that penalty was actually for, or if it was a penalty, maybe it was a pit stop. I have no idea. But anyway, moving on, we're on lap 2 now, and we've locked up coming into the final chicane, and that's relinquished the lead to my teammate Nico Rosberg. And now Fernando Alonso has a run on me coming into the 3rd lap, and he's got 2nd place now, so I'm going to have to settle in behind, use lean revs to save the fuel and the rear tyres as you get less wheel spin in lean revs. So anyway, we're going to have to regroup and re-find our rhythm here on lap 5. We've finally caught up to the back of Fernando Alonso a little bit, and it looks like he's actually pretty close to my teammate there, but he gets a horrible run out of that chicane there, and we've got 2nd place on him, going purple now on this lap. So now we're taking the attack now to our teammate Nico Rosberg, and we're going to try and get this lead back off of him, but it looks like Alonso is not done fighting yet. He wants his 2nd place back, but I don't think he's going to get it this time around. So now lap 14. This is the end of the very first stint of the race, and nothing else really happened until this point. I'm coming in for my very first pit stop of the day. I'm going to put on a set of prime tyres. My teammate Nico Rosberg will be stopping on lap 15, so Mercedes have opted to give me the undercut on my teammate, so we'll see how this plays out. I'm going to try and put in an absolute bonsai lap on this out lap, trying to gain as much time on Nico as I can with the fresh tyres, and then we'll see after 1 lap's time if we can jump our teammate. So what we've got to do now is put the car up into fast revs, burn as much fuel as possible, try and not to make any mistakes, and then we'll see how we end up at the end of the lap. So now it's the moment of truth. My teammate Nico Rosberg is in the pits. So is Felipe Massa. So those guys are making their stops now, and it looks like I've rejoined in the lead there, but I've got to brake for this first corner, whereas Rosberg doesn't. He can carry a lot more speed coming into turn 2. He's around my outside here. He's got better traction, and he might actually get the lead back. Yes, he does, as we lap Max Chilton for the first time in this race. Won't be the last time either. So anyway, lap 16. Rosberg has got the lead back. He's got fresher tyres. He does have cold tyres for the next lap or two, so I'll need to make sure, if I want this lead back, I'll need to have an attack at my teammate Nico Rosberg as soon as possible while his tyres are still cold and he's still vulnerable to some degree. So I'll need to have an attack at him as soon as possible. He gets a poor run out of the final chicane. We're going to have DRS and fast fuel mixture to get past Rosberg here. And there we go, we get the lead back coming in to turn 1 on the inside line. And there we go, we're back into the lead. It took us, 15 laps to get the lead back after making that stupid mistake. We finally got the lead back, but now lap 21, I've actually not been able to extend the lead as the slipstream is pretty powerful on this game, and my teammate Rosberg is going around the outside of me into the final chicane, and he gets the lead back. So if I want to get this lead back off of my teammate, I think I'll need to wait until I get the DRS again, as it seems to be very effective on this game, and coupled with the slipstream, it's almost impossible to defend with, so I'll be looking to get past him maybe on the next lap. It looks like I've given him a little bit of a touch there, and that's forced him out wide, and I think that might have actually been an illegal overtake, so I'll let my teammate back past just so I can avoid some kind of penalty or some harsh criticism from the steward, so they don't interfere with this race. So there we go, Rosberg gets the lead back, so the field is sort of replenished in a way, and now I'll be looking to get past my teammate once again coming into the final chicane. Again, he gets a poor run out of the final corner. I've got the DRS. I'm probably going to go for the outside line here coming into turn 1 this time, and he squeezes us a little bit but just leaves enough room for me to slip through into the lead. So there we go, in the first place, lap 25. We've got Daniel Ricciardo right in front of us, who will be lapped in just a matter of seconds. And now lap 32, Nico Rosberg has in fact lost second place to Fernando Alonso, who seems to be better on his tyres, and that Ferrari is looking very dangerous at this phase of the race, as my tyres are going off as well. So it seems to be a trend that the Mercedes tyre wear is playing a factor again in this race, and Fernando Alonso with the DRS and slipstream gets the lead back in this race. So there we go, lap 32. I've given Alonso a bit of a touch there, and I think I'll need to let him back through too. I've cut the corner as well, so it's very frustrating that the AI are driving so slow, particularly into this final chicane. It's almost like they're brake checking me, and we give Alonso a bit of a touch there, but he's still got the inside line, and he'll probably get the lead back once again as he's up my inside coming into this chicane here. So we will get the lead back. We bang wheels once again. And again, Alonso braking so slowly, or going so slowly into the approach of corners, and that means that my teammate Nico Rosberg is having a look at me around the outside into the second sector split, but he's not close enough to make the move there. So yeah, once again, it's just really frustrating that the AI are just going so slowly into certain corners and getting, horrible exits, particularly out of that final corner, which is making it pretty easy for me to overtake them. But anyway, we've got the lead back off of Alonso, and finally, is this going to be the time where we might actually pull away and get on with this race? So now it's lap 43. I'm coming in for my second and final pit stop of the day, putting on a set of prime tyres, and this will take me to the very end of the race. So the tyres aren't actually that bad as you look at them on the screen there, but when you're driving with it, it actually feels a lot worse than what it is. So just because of the rear tyres, there's just no traction to get out of the corners in some places, and that just makes the car feel horrible. So I couldn't stay out any longer. I think that was my scheduled time to pit, so I guess I was okay in that aspect. So I've come out in the lead. Alonso stopped one lap earlier, but now we've got a 5-second lead over him, so he must have got some kind of traffic or made a mistake on that lap. And now lap 45, we've got a very comfortable lead. I've got a lot of fuel on the car, I've got fresh tyres, so now what I'll be trying to do for the next 10 laps or so is build that lead as much as possible, and I've done a 14.5 on lap 46, and now I'm pretty much trying to replicate that by putting in as many bonsai laps as possible. But it seems that after that pit stop phase, the AI pretty much gave up, or they just didn't have the patch to the pace to match me for the rest of the race. I'm not too sure if that was down to the slipstream that they had on me, that they were just able to stay with me or what, but I think they might have actually just gave up, put the car into lean revs and just settled for their current position. So now, lap 64, we've lapped a whole bunch of cars here. They're all going really slowly, almost like a car park through there. We're lucky to get away with the fastest lap and without any damage. But now, lap 70, it's the last lap of the race. As expected, nothing else really happened except for lapping a few cars who were going really slowly. But here we go, we're coming through for our first win in like 5 or 6 races. It's our very first win since Malaysia, so it seemed like such a long time ago, but finally, in Canada, we've got a nice dominating win.
Great job, what a win. Congratulations, 25 points.
Thank you, engineer. That is the Canadian Grand Prix done and dusted. We've got our 3rd win of the season over Fernando Alonso and our first podium for Nico Rosberg. Finally, in a good car, he's finally got a podium for the first time this season. So Sebastian Vettel finished in 4th place, so we've managed to claw back some points over Vettel. So we'll need to continue to do that over the next few races to get into that lead of his. So in the constructors, I don't think Mercedes have moved up or down anywhere, so we're holding station in 3rd place fairly nicely. So there we go, a good round in Canada. The next race is in Silverstone, which will be pretty tough on tyre wear for the Mercedes, so I'm looking forward to the challenge of that race. So until then, for the British Grand Prix guys, I'll see you then.